Welcome back to Out of the Fog. This weekend, Equal Voice NL held their event. It's called Getting to the Gate Municipal Campaign School. It was an all-day occasion, and to hear and learn about the journey to a political future in municipal politics. Now, Sheilagh O'Leary is a City of St. John's councillor and also the co-chair of Equal Voice NL, and joins me now in studio to tell us a little bit more about this wonderful event. Welcome to Out of the Fog.
Thank you, Erin. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. So let's start with the event that took place. I guess, were you happy with the attendance on Sunday?
Oh, we were so thrilled, actually. We had over 40 people come in attendance, and those people it was a broad range of women who came in terms of age and also backgrounds, and the interest was very, very encouraging, I must say. Lynn Hammond is my co-chair for Equal Voice NL, and the program that was set out for the day was just chock-a-block with all kinds of information, great discussion all day long.
So where did the idea of this particular program come from? And, you know, getting to the gate, you're talking about municipal politics and trying to, I guess, really engage with women and, you know, offer this information for them to be able to run.
Well, Equal Voice is a national organization. It's a multi-partisan national organization, and they run programs like this right across the country. It's a nonprofit organization whose aim is to get women elected. We know that we've had a deficiency in women representatives being elected, whether or not it be at the municipal level, the provincial level, the federal level, or even with band councils. We want to see more women equally represented in governance because we have a different perspective and we have a different voice to offer, and that changes the kind of policies that we make, certainly in government. So this is one of the types of programs that happen across the country, but it is very specific to Newfoundland.
So run us through, I guess, of what it was, I guess, the program entailed. You had a number of people, I guess, Shani Duff was the keynote speaker, former mayor.
Yeah, she was one of our panelists. So what we did was we had a number of different people. We had Dr. Amanda Bittner come in and talk to us about statistics about women. She obviously specializes in women in politics, so she gave us a whole broad range of statistics about women and what actually prevents women from actually getting elected. A lot of proof there that when women actually run for office, they actually have a really strong chance of actually getting elected. So really it's about getting them to the gate. We had a panel, myself included, of existing councillors or former councillors, and of course this is where Shani Duff, our former mayor of the City of St. John's, certainly stepped up. We also had Lisa Brown, and we also had Brenda Seymour on that particular panel. So it was a really nice broad range of experience in municipal council. And we also had the campaign workers, the campaign champions. We had a panel of people who've worked on numerous campaigns, and that was inclusive with men as well. We had Sean Skinner and Charlie Byrne, who worked previously on Seamus O'Regan's campaign. And, you know, people just offering their advice and their expertise on the boots on the ground kind of campaign business.
I'm just curious to know, in terms of the people who attended, what was the feedback like? What was kind of their main concern, or, you know, if they were kind of leery at first about the idea of running for politics?
Absolutely, and that's what we're trying to basically demystify. One of the other panelists actually that we had was Beverly Evans, who basically talked about the confidence gap. And she was just a fabulous speaker who talked to the issue of how women oftentimes, even though we may be 98% of that 100, we may second guess ourselves in order to put ourselves forward, whereas a man who with similar experience, actually probably lesser experience of 60%, has more confidence going forward. So there was some interesting statistics about how women really feel like they have to have it all before they can jump in the race. And I guess the idea is to dispel that issue and to, you know, try to gain confidence in women so that they know that they can do this job.
What do you find the gaps are today? And I guess when we talk about barriers, because even I suspect that, you know, when Shani Duff first entered politics, there has been some progress and there has been some change since that time.
Well, right now in Newfoundland and Labrador, we have about a 30% participation or election rate for women in municipal councils. It's even less so in provincial and federal government, actually. But municipal is probably one of the highest, and we're actually leading, we're one of the highest statistics across the country. But 30%, when you're talking about 52% of the population, is still not good enough. We still have a long ways to go. In terms of having more voices, myself, for example, I'm a perfect example. I'm the only woman on the City of St. John's Council right now. But prior to my by-election win, there was nobody. There was no women represented. And you know what? We really miss that voice when that's not at the table. And it's not just a tokenism. We want to have an equal kind of say in that type of governance, because it does make a difference.
What about the people who say, you know, I don't really care in terms of gender, I just want to vote for the right person?
Absolutely. And we want to make sure that we have the right person. And I would never personally vote for somebody just based upon their sex as well. But we need to make sure that those candidates are available. We want to make sure that those options are there and that those women have the opportunity and the springboard and the tools that they need in order to run in the first place. And give that option to the public.
So this particular event, Getting to the Gate, so this, you know, the inaugural event was held here in St. John's, but you are traveling, you are extending it across
That's
Ireland.
right, yep, and you know, we're very pleased and stuff to have Steel Hotels and PAL have supported us and such in this endeavour. We're going right across the province now. Lynn Hammond will be doing the consultations, and we're going now to Gander will be our next destination. We'll go to Corner Brook, and we'll do another session in Happy Valley Goose Bay. So we're trying to reach out, and this particular campaign school is very specific to municipal elections because we know this is the one that's on the doorstep. September 2017 is the next municipal election right across the province, and we want to make sure that women have the information that they need in order to make a good, solid judgment call on whether or not they'd like to step in.
Right. I know that you brought it's a workbook with you. Just tell us a little bit about this. A guidebook, is it?
Yeah, it's called Organize to Win. It's a political guidebook for women. We did this in conjunction with the Provincial Advisory Council on Status of Women, Newfoundland and Labrador. And this is actually available on the Provincial Advisory Council of Status of Women website, as well as Municipalities Newfoundland and Labrador, who's also been a fabulous partner. And because, of course, they're all very interested in seeing more women get elected as well, too. It's all about options and making sure that women who are leaders in our community actually have access to the information about campaigns, because it can be daunting. But once you get the information, and the possibilities are endless. And I myself can be a testimony to it. I love it. The work is great. It's hard, but it's very rewarding.
Okay, well, I know that, of course, anybody can reach out to you, but as well, there is a website for Equal Voice.
That's right.
If you want to let us know about that, so where people can go for more information.
Yes, exactly. Equal Voice. Oh my gosh, Equal Voice.
I know, equalvoice.ca. I see it there. We got it up on the screen.
Thank you very much. There's so many emails.
I know.
Equalvoice.ca is wonderful. And yes, exactly. And we have a national website as well, too. And like I said, Provincial Advisory Council on the Status of Women and the Municipalities Newfoundland and Labrador both have these particular guidebooks there. But certainly stay tuned for more information on the dates coming forward.
All right, Sheilagh, we'll have to leave it there, but I want to thank you very much for joining me. Lots of great information.
Yeah, thank you, Erin.
Okay, we are going to take a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.